Well, hello everybody. It's me, Big John at When Pigs Fly Studio. I know. There were rumors I would never make it back. I've taken kind of some extended time off without really planning it, but that's okay because we're back now. Um, I'll explain a lot of what's been going on as we work today, but let me walk you through today's project. So this is this is actually a commission piece. I never do. I never do commission pieces. I'm so hard. It's so hard for me to do pieces that people ask me to do. I like to come out here. They actually play in my head. They get inside my brain and kind of put a stop to things. Um, but this is for a pretty dear customer of mine. I haven't known her long, but I've done some work for her both art wise and actually in my other business that I do home inspections and handyman work, which I'll probably be starting another YouTube channel pretty soon in case anybody's into DIY stuff. Um, but I did a bathroom remodel for her. And this is going to be a toilet paper holder. I did a spider towel rack for her. I'm sorry, I built that one and forgot to have the camera running, but I'm going to build another one for my bathroom because it came out that good. But yeah, she wanted a couple pieces of my art on her wall. She has some of my pieces in her personal collection. She's local, so that's awesome. Um, but yeah, so this is going to be a lizard toilet paper holder, and she's been waiting about a month for it, and I'm hoping that she still has a place for it. um, what I'm gonna do is you can see where I've started kind of building. These are actually just rods from. Well, I'll show you. Um, where did it go? From a oven rack, my favorite thing. Um, People junk them, leave them on the side of the road. I go out there, I take the motors out for my little steampunk stuff, and I take the anything usable. Usually the oven racks, they work great for me, and then I kind of scrap the rest. Which, if anybody's wondering, an oven will get you about $3 at the scrapyard. Um, it's not worth doing, but it's good for the environment. It's good for my mental health. So, and it gives me these great things. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the outline out of this rod. I've never done anything like this before. So y'all bear with me. It's going to be a journey together. I'm going to do the outline, bend this wire to go on the outline. We're going to probably tack the outsides together. And then I think I'm going to slip the rod in between. And then we're going to create a tail that comes off of here. And I'm not sure whether the tail will probably be two pieces of this that goes into one at the end and then curls up. But this is something I could do blacksmithing, but honestly, I brought up blacksmithing to her, and she wasn't that interested in the blacksmithing ends of things. And I'm really normally I really don't care what you're interested in. If I'm going to do a piece, I'm going to do a piece for me. And then once the piece is done, once my process is through, then it's for sale because I'm not that interested in it anymore. Um, it's the process for me that gives me the enjoyment, not necessarily the sell or the finished product, which has been kind of dangerous for me as an artist, to be honest with you. I have a hard time making commercial pieces. I've been working with another dear new friend of mine here in Charleston. His name is Jim. He's the copper guy here in Charleston. Him and his wife, they are highly successful making copper. What am I doing? I'm not even. You can tell it's been a month since I've done this. I'm not even in the site here. Um, but he loved what I was doing, and he told me that if I was going to make a life out of this, I've done before, but I can't say I was the most successful on that side of thing. I've always been more successful on the actual like art shows, like gallery shows into things. I'm gonna cut just a little bit off of this so it'll skinny that lizard up. It's a fat lizard. Um, but he told me if I was going to make a go out of this, he gave me a couple tips and tricks that he's been using for years. And I super appreciate it. If he happens to see this, brother, you're great. You are definitely considered one of my mentors, and I will forever keep your memory uh, in my pieces. Um, and if he doesn't, anybody that sees Jim, he's doesn't have a company name. He's just him and his wife traveling around in an RV doing copper work, and he makes some incredible, cool garden stuff. But hit him up, buy a piece. We love them. All right, let me see if I can put on my visor. I am sunburnt. I'll get into that story right after I tack this one up. How's that? Hmm. Guys, I have lost it. I've been away too long from the welder. I forgot to put the ground into place. What is going on? All right. Yes, I am, as I was just saying, I am sunburnt. I'm not normally a beach guy, but one of the reasons why I haven't been posting, and anybody that follows me on my personal social media knows this. And you're probably a family friend or a fellow artist, but um, I have recently had a chance that we've been working for quite a few years, um, to bring a foster kid into our home. It's been a fight. Um, can't say this foster, the whole like opening up your entire life for someone to judge everything. Like I started a business last year, and that became a big problem inside the foster world. They loved me when I was working my 40-hour, actually 50-hour weeks, on call constantly, no time for a kid life. But when I decided it was time to start my own business as a home inspector, um, even though I had planned it out and had saved for just this thing, I had saved for the time off that would take to both go to school, to get like legitly licensed, the licensing process, and the startup costs, because you can't, the companies, they have it down. They do. They don't like, they might say they like a healthy competition, but they don't want just enough work for themselves. They want all of it. Just capitalism. It's commercialism. Um, I'm part of that. I understand, but there's a startup. Luckily, I have other skills. I have a lot of construction skills, construction background, so I can do handyman work, which I'm a licensed handyman here, licensed what they call a specialty contractor. Um, do small jobs, just me and my nephew. Um, and to be honest, I haven't had to bring him in. He's good with that. He is considering his life's careers, to be 18 and have the whole life in front of you, right? Um, and but yeah, I considered all of that, and we were responsible. We saved up the wages that we needed to save up. Most of y'all know that my wife is also going through school right now to become a teacher, and we did all this responsibly. But they got so into everything on the process that there were times that I couldn't, like, it feels like your whole life isn't yours. Um, but we got an emergency placement last Christmas, and she'll be listening to this. So I'm going to talk all of the mad smack that I talked to her face. No, I'm just playing. Um, there is a chance she'll be listening to this, and if she's listening to this, you are totally worth, 100% worth the all everything, and I mean this. But last Christmas, no, last Thanksgiving ended up being through almost Christmas. Last Thanksgiving, we had got the opportunity. We weld this up, and I'll continue the story. Hope you guys like my personal life, because apparently that's what this is about. I'm at heart just trying to explain why I've been absent, and it's turned into this big hoo ha. And I'm sorry, but it is what it is, right? Um, wonder if I should just take. I kind of like the silhouette, guys. Instead of filling it in with a bunch of stuff, I don't know. Let's put another one on each side and see what happens. But so this is getting into why I'm sunburnt and why I've been gone for almost a month now and only posted Disney picture shorts, which Disney has very little on this, but I will tell you all these new subscribers I've got. I know a lot of you came from the Disney stuff, and if you like handmade art, I do a lot of videos on everything I do is handmade. It's it's I do art travels, and I try to find art in places that other people don't necessarily see it. So, but yeah, that's what this channel is about. If you, my Disney stuff predominantly is shorts. So if you like that, then I'll continue. I'm a pass holder. I'm a Disney fan, and it'll be part of the channel. But if you like seeing art made, sometimes not by the rules, that's my channel too. Ooh, I like that. And then, so going back to the girl, and I'm gonna try to keep it pretty anonymous. Um, but going back to the story of how we come this far is we we got to spend the holidays with her last year. Let's put it that way. She needed an emergency placement. We were available, and she was terrifying to us because she was above the age range where we had thought we were qualified for and had signed up for. She also had the checkered past that scares every foster parent. And she came into our home. She met all of our friends, family. They were all down for the holiday. And everyone, and I mean everyone, fell in love with her. She fit in just like she had been there all of her life. And so we have been fighting. I say fighting, it feels like a fight. It really does. Um, Fighting for that girl since then to get her back. And finally, they called us and said that, she had pretty much was coming up for adoption, and that she had decided that she had mentioned us and that she wanted to come here. So we, of course, jumped. And part of that was shutting down everything to do everything possible to get her here as soon as possible, which we don't have her yet. She's coming for, we've got to jump through some more hoops. She's coming for a 2 week. So I might be, we're going to try to get her normalized into our, so I'm going to try to do normal things, which is difficult. So I'm going to try to get out to the shop. But I might end up disappearing again. And if I do, just know that's what it's all about, and keep an eye out because I will be back. But we had her last weekend, and I don't like the beach. I'm from the beach. I don't like the beach. I don't normally like the sand and the heat and everything, but she wanted to go to the beach. So we went to the beach, and I got so burnt. And that is why I am dealing with a sunburn all over, and my face hurts to put the visor on. It's not what I was expecting, but it's coming along well, and I'm liking the shape. I feel like, but today, so going back to all the drama, today I'm out in the shop and I'm trying to get some pieces made so that while she's here, I can concentrate on what she needs and to get settled in and feel like part of the household. Because the next step will be her permanently starting and being here, and of course starting a new school. That's a thing that she definitely has to consider, um, and it's terrifying. Like, it's terrifying to me. I can only imagine her. So a lot of my energy is going that direction right now, and I'm okay with that. And I feel like people that I want to be my viewers and my subscribers and my fans are going to be okay with that too. Uh, like, honestly, it's it's a lot. But so in other news, everybody's seen the Disney stuff. I Chris and I had figured out that we weren't going to get a foster kid, and we got annual passes. Which, I mean, fate always has a sense of humor, doesn't she? So, um, but it's great. We're going to eventually get the kid down there and enjoy. We love theme parks. We think she'll love theme parks. It's the best season coming up. It's Halloween coming up, like next month in the theme park world. Let's see. I think I want to give it eyes. I didn't think I did, but I think I want to give it eyes. So I've kind of created this 3D thing going. I think I like the way it's going. I'll be honest, I've never done a toilet paper holder before. I know. Well, I did one um, right before this video, and it failed miserably. I I didn't think of things that should have been thought of. I now have a lizard that was obviously made to be a toilet paper holder, um, and is not. So that's funny. you know, I think it's going to be a garden hook out there. Let's see. Trying to find a couple matching washers. Uh, can't wait till she gets the kid gets settled in, and hopefully I can get her out here learning metalworking. Um, if you come to one of our shows, because we do things as family, if you come to one of our shows, I've already warned her that metalworking is a part of it. And you'll likely meet her. And once we get her settled in, she'll probably even have, her own pieces. I'm liking this lizard at this point, except for I think I almost need oh, a second, maybe just to go on there, but I'm not sure. This is where I was saying in the beginning, if you haven't been with us for long, um, I don't follow the rules all the time. I don't have plans. I don't have prints. I don't have guidelines on my pieces. I have pieces that kind of just come together. Um, and I'll tell people at the shows the materials tell me what they want to do. Because a lot of times I'll come out here without any kind of plan, just knowing that I want to build something that day. This is actually weird for me, building something that I kind of know how it's going to end. Um, that's really weird for me. And I'm even having some problems today with this because um, get to a point where like it just doesn't want to work with you, and you're like, give up, turn that into something else. Their brain's like, oh, break a rule, like make this a bird. This wants to be a bird. Everything that like doesn't want to cooperate wants to be a bird. That painter, I forget his name. Everything that didn't want to cooperate just became a tree, a little tree, a happy little tree. For me, everything becomes a bird. And he's still not cooperating. I'm just going to fill in a little bit on the backside so they kind of merge. this side. Okay. So that's the little lizard's body. I'm not sure how good y'all can see that, but I'll give you a close-up at the end. We're going to put some little legs on it, and it'll become a lizard for real. Still not 100% sure on how I want to do the tail, but I think it's going to actually might end up being like two pieces intertwined around, create just the right look. Two pieces of this stuff that need to come over, that need to come up about the amount of a toilet paper, and I kind of want to give it some cool, funky curves as I go. It's going to be interesting. I think the back will end up being 3, and then we'll make a turn, and I think it's going to be 2, and then we're going to get about halfway down that turn, and it's going to start twirling up as just one single rod. But hopefully I give enough room for the toilet paper. That's kind of key in this. By the way, this entire piece is all recycled materials. Its feet are likely going to be this rod material that I'm cutting off of the oven rack. I haven't decided whether we're going to add color or not. The color won't be recycled, but everything else will be. And this is theoretically something you can do, or you can inspire your own build from. If you need a toilet paper holder in the house and want a one of a kind or a garden hook, this would make a great garden hook, to be honest with you. If you just turn up that tail in a different direction, you'll have a awesome little garden hook. Um, I've got to do this, and then we've got another build I'm hoping to do today that you guys won't see until July 20th, because it's my wife's birthday gift, if I can get it done. It's a really cool one, and I think everybody here will enjoy that if I can get it done. I don't know if I'm loving that tail. I think I might have to cut this at this point, and I'll probably release this as one video, but I think that tail is going to end up cut off, and you get to see a failure. I don't know if I like it. I like the body. I think I'm going to sleep on it. I think I'm going to cut off the tail, and I think I'm going to try to get a thicker piece of material that I can blacksmith around. Blacksmithing's not a real interesting video for you guys, but if I can get it shaped, then I'll show you the video of attaching it and putting it together and all that. All right. All right, guys. Well, like and subscribe, and let me see if I can bring this back up without burning my hands, and I'll see if I can show you. There's the lizard, and just so you see what it, like from the side, from the top, it was going all right. From the side, it's just not interesting, and it's ugly. So, but yeah, I think that'd be it for today. I might even cut this part off.